Today, the Chisago Lakes Area Community Foundation is going to give away its 2016-2017 awards, and this is our first time we've had a ceremony to do it. So it's the first time for us to do it. We're first time speech, first time everything. So we're looking forward to it. Good afternoon, everyone. We got lucky today. We got some warm weather, so we can stay outside here. Otherwise, it would be a little cramped inside. My name is Dan Houlihan. I'm the President Chairman of the Chisago Lakes Area Community Foundation. Chisago Lakes Area Community Foundation is 8 years old, and we're still trying to tell people who we are, what we do, and where we live, and who's on the board of directors, so on. Well, first of all, thanks for coming. Appreciate you all coming. We have asked selected donors to come. We've asked the grant recipients. We have 6 grant recipients today, all-time record for us. And we have some of the board of directors, members of the board of directors are here, so we appreciate all those. And then we have other guests. I would like to take just a couple minutes to introduce our officers anyway, the board of directors, and we have Luann Matson as our vice chairman, and then we have Brenda Palmquist as our treasurer, handles all our money. And we have Pat Mahoney over here in the corner as our secretary. And Bill Mack, who just came in. Come on, Bill, sit down. Welcome. And we do have coffee and cupcakes over here that you can help yourself either now or later. So as I mentioned, we're 8 years old. We're an affiliation of the St. Croix Valley Foundation. The St. Croix Valley Foundation handles all our financial details in the sense that they make us follow all the state guidelines and the federal guidelines for foundations. So we're really an affiliate of the St. Croix Valley Foundation. We have Margie Miller in the back row representing St. Croix Valley Foundation, and we usually have one member from St. Croix Valley Foundation at our meetings just to help us along. And I would like to mention Jim McCarville sitting up here. Jim really got this whole thing started 8 years ago in conjunction with the Rotary Club, so you can give him full credit for at least. We've had some successes over the last 8 years. You might remember we had 2 art dashes where we asked the local artists to supply donations, art gifts, and then we had a dinner in conjunction with that, and then we would draw names out of the hat, and when your name got drawn out of the hat, you had to dash to the present that you wanted or to the gift that you wanted or the artwork. And then we also had the Adirondack Chairs project, which was part of our Highway 8 is Great slogan. And you can still see the giant Adirondack chairs at the various cities, very popular for people to take photos with. We also have a Swedish barn quilt trail, which is in a brochure available readily at the Chamber of Commerce. And we have, is it 60 plus? Where's Noel? 70 plus barn quilts now between Chisago City and Taylor's Falls. So that's another great project that we had in the last 6 years. And we also have Future Walk, and our goal was to interview 1,000 people, and we're 800 plus now. Again, I'm looking at Noel, she drives some of that.
Yeah, 800, so we kind of interviewed with people all over the area from Chisago City to Taylor's Falls, asked what they like about our area, what they value, and what they want to see in the future, if we could do anything differently or improve things. And so we have responses from 800 residents, and it's driving our ABC initiatives in terms of America's Best Communities.
So in parallel with those projects, we've also been trying to raise some money for what we call our endowment fund. And the endowment fund is where we collect money from the citizens because we are a community foundation. And then we give part of that money back every year. And we're limited by state and federal laws. It used to be we could give 5% of our money basically back to the community. But now we've had to cut back because the stock market's not doing as well. And so it's down to 4.5%. So the money we're going to give out today is basically 4.5% of our endowed funds. That's we did borrow some money, not borrow some money, take some money from our operating fund, which is a different fund, to just make it even numbers for everyone. So that brings us to the grants, and we have, as I mentioned, 6 grants today. This is the first time, by the way, that we've tried to give money away in a public setting. Previous to this, if we had one award winner with one photo in the paper, we were satisfied with that. But we decided to try a little bigger organization here. Hello, Wade. Welcome. And so we're going to go right into the 6 grant awards. The first one we want to give away is to Center City, and this was for an Eagle project. And we're giving them $500 to finish an Eagle project over there. And we've got the mayor of Center City is going to accept the award and tell us maybe just a little bit more about the Eagle project, and it's a continuation of an earlier one or so on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. Larry Hallgren, President.
I'm Larry Hallgren, the current mayor of Center City, and we do thank you for this money. What's for is an Eagle Scout project up in our north end and north center. We have a picnic shelter that's being built, and this money would help to continue that project and finish it off with a cement floor. And we're real grateful. We've got a scout here, but of course, at schools. They gotta be in school. And we do thank you very much, and we'll put it to good use.
Okay, well, great. Did you get a picture? And
Did anyone get a picture? Oh, there you go.
did we give you this? Here's the actual.
Oh,
That's just a fake check.
That's big enough.
This is a fake check, and in addition, we're also asking people to fill out a form and let us know how the money was actually spent. And
If you have a picture of your shelter when it's done, we'll put it on our website.
Be great.
Sounds good.
thank you.
Okay, thanks.
The next grant we're going to give away is for Chisago Lakes Community Meals, and he's going to accept that. Dwayne?
All of us? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
who wants to just tell us a little bit more about what you're going to do this year? We know it's a continuation.
Yeah, well, we want to thank you very much for the generous donation. In the past, the Chisago Lakes Community Meal has been sponsored by Pathways, and now we are going on our own. So we really appreciate this donation to start on our own. The money will be used to provide meals for people. We have about 160 or more people that come each week.
And it really is a community meal because looking out at all of you, I see some people who have been consistent servers at the meal. And beyond providing food, it provides social interaction for a lot of people who might be alone. And also we have a lot of families coming now with kids. And what better way for a community to show its love and support for its children than to provide meals.
It has been a long, extended our community donations as well. We've been able to not only involve some of the churches locally, but also several community members on their own have donated, as well as businesses. So we really appreciate that as well.
We did volunteer the board of directors of the foundation last year, and we worked one night. We want to do that again this year, so put us down for some night.
Yeah, and that's another way it involves the community. Groups can come and help volunteer at the meals and serve. So,
Well, here's the check.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
The third grant is to the Lindstrom American Legion Auxiliary, and this is for Girls State Award. So we have Susan and Susanna here, I believe. Welcome.
Hi.
Can you just tell us a little bit about what you're going to use the money for?
Hi, I'm Susanna Wilson-Bukowski. I'm president of the Lindstrom American Legion Auxiliary Unit 83. We do have a few members here with us today. Susan Wilson in the back, she's the Girl State Coordinator. We have Muriel Eagleson, one of our members, and Eleanor Trickler, who's a past president and vice president, and Kate Peterson, who is a Girl State representative from this year, 2016. So thank thank you very much for the grant. It will fund the Girls State program. And the Lindstrom Unit Auxiliary has been sending girls to Girls State since the late 1940s, for 66 years. And Girls State is a week-long program. Sue has been our coordinator since the late 1970s. She is an alum of the program as well. She works with teachers and counselor Alyssa Randall at the Chisago Lakes High School to select girls with high achievement and involvement. So they learn about government in Minnesota, how it functions, how to form city, county, state offices. They run for elected positions as well, serve during their week-long term. And so the grant this year allows us to send almost 2 girls to Girls State for 2017. So I want to thank you very much for all your generosity and to help educate the future leaders from Chisago Lakes High School.
I was lucky enough to go to Boys State 50-some years ago. I know a little bit about Girls State, Boys State.
It should be noted that our governor the year before last was Sarah Birch.
Oh, yes, from the local area,
Yep,
right.
from the local area.
So here's the check, and good luck to future
Thanks very much, and I know Kate Peterson wanted to say her
Yeah, so
experience.
last year I went to, not only did we learn about like the government and how the government works, we also got to learn a lot of leadership skills and like how campaigns work. And then it was also a good intro to college and how to live with a roommate and how to like organize your own schedules. So it was really fun week and I met some really good friends.
So, thank you.
Fourth grant this afternoon will be to the ABC initiative and specifically the Clean Energy Subcommittee. Wade, are you going to accept that? Sure. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to do with the money.
Well,
500.
we spent it already. No, we really appreciate this particular award because what we're able to do is we're able to raise $2,500 of 5 different organizations and businesses in town, including Stein Insurance Agency and Midwest One Bank, Drive-In, and you guys, and EDA over at Center City. The $2,500 was used to buy down the cost of a home energy audit. So instead of having to pay $120, you're able to pay $50. And we expected that they'd go pretty quickly, but they were gone in less than about 2.5 to 3 weeks. We've got 35 of them done. Our goal right now is to raise another $2,500 and do another 35 of them. Our goal is to have 100 of them before we report in on our ABC next March. I was at a meeting we also have been participating, our group has been participating in the Climate Smart Municipalities program through the Institute on the Environment at the University of Minnesota. And we were there just a couple weeks ago, and I was sitting at a table, and I was just telling them the work we were doing, and it really, everyone, it's phenomenal what we're doing in Chisago. 135 megawatts of electricity is what we're going to be producing within the next year. As everybody might know, the big one already was built, that was 100. That 100 will serve 20,000 homes, just to put it in perspective. So it's very exciting. Anyways, we're at the Institute on the Environment, and I said, well, we're doing these home energy audits through NEC, which is an Excel nonprofit provider that does these things. And I said, we've done 35 of them in about 3 weeks. We want to do 100 of them before next March. And she says, we don't even do 100 of them in Minneapolis in a year. Thanks to you, Dan, and to your organization, for the other people that have donated money. That's helped buy down that cost. And just so to give you an idea, since I'm up here, for $50, we're raising another. First of all, we're raising another $2,500. Anybody who wants to donate, talk to me afterwards. Joe Tim has been kind enough to offer us a space where there's a separate newsletter going out to 24,000 households, and we'll be sure to mention people's names who helped buy this down. But to put it into perspective, for $50, you get $600 worth of that. NEC comes into your home, and they do a radar test to find out where you're leaking. And they also do this thing where they close your door and blow air and do a neutral air and figure out all the rest of the holes in your house, so you know where your heat's going. But this is the big one. If you have any regular bulbs, they'll switch them all out with compact fluorescents for free, and they'll do the switch out right there. they will put a brand new programmable thermostat in your house for free, and they'll install it, and they'll program it for me. Deb Stein said, and they programmed it for me.
And they explain it.
Yes, they explain it. And they switch out all your, if you don't have energy saving water appliances, whether it's a sink or a shower, they'll switch those all out for free. That's all included in the cost. They also will do 2 of your doors weather stripping, and then they will wrap your heater in a blanket that reduces your heat loss. And they'll make sure it's set at 120 degrees, because if it's higher than that, you're just wasting energy. And that's all for $50. So, just to give you an idea.
Wade is enthusiastic about it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Tell them how to sign up.
You can go to the chamber or we have our website. I'm spacing on what it is. It's the Chisago Lakes Energy Hub, and you can sign up right online. And we also have, I didn't bring any with, which was stupid of me, but we have a little sign up sheet. But the best thing to do is go online if you can and sign up online. Otherwise, talk to me or Angie or anybody else here with ABC.
Thank you, Wade. The 5th grant this afternoon is the ABC Initiative Parks and Trails Subcommittee. $750. Who's going to accept that? Ah, John. Okay. I guess you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you're going to do with our money.
Correct. I'm John Ollinger. I'm working on the ABC committee as the head of the trails portion. We have a good subcommittee, including Larry and Bill over here. And we're working on the water trail. Larry's working on the Swedish Immigrant Trail. But what we're doing is linking the lakes in our area for canoes and kayaks, identifying potential campsites, and trying to draw in people from the outside, visitors, and start businesses using the amenities that we have in our area, especially, mostly, our lakes. But with all of our parks and with our downtowns, everything plays into being able to canoe and kayak through a suburban area and act like it's the Boundary Waters. So here is our new logo for the Chisago Lakes Water Trail. That was developed by Olive and Company right from our area here. And we're gonna use your money to create signs along the trail that will match the Swedish Immigrant Trail sign. Same color, same idea.
Really nice.
This is a regional trail, this will be created into a regional trail, and they will transverse each other, you know, as they go through the highway.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And our last grant of the afternoon again is the ABC Initiative Workforce Development Subcommittee for $750. And who's going to accept that?
If John can bring a prop, so can I.
There you go. We
I
like
brought
props.
one today. So, imagine this small scale xylophone, a large artistic sculpture centered on our main street, drawing people in, walking the streets, blue zone concept, shopping on our main street, economic revitalization. So that's kind of the core idea behind this. Bringing in a lot of partnerships. We're going to be working with the manufacturing course at the high school, which is a brand new program that has been launched from the workforce, on-the-job training curriculum, and ABC initiative that we've been putting together here. So we have got a lot of interest from the school, local manufacturers, artists in the area, the sculpture park in Franconia, sculpture park, and many others that want to jump on to create this partnership, utilizing the manufacturing curriculum in the minds of these young kids to create a large-scale music in our city, artistic sculpture device. That's our idea and our concept.
How about anybody who just sings? You got anything for that?
How many are you gonna make?
Stand on the corner, yeah.
Well, that's yet to be determined.
Well, here's $750. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
I can keep it.
No, I gotta take you back.
So that's That's our grants. It's a record number of grants for us, so we're very happy to give those grants out in a public display like this, and we appreciate you all coming. We thank you for coming. We thank you for your financial support and your moral support over the last 8 years, and we look forward to celebrating many more of these with you. Are there any last-minute questions before we break for cupcakes and coffee?
I was just gonna mention, we do have some donors here. Are there any donors who wanna say a few words about why they wanted to get involved with the foundation?
Are there any donors who would like to say a few words? So, Margie, would you like to say a few words just from the St. Croix Valley Foundation perspective?
Only a few words, I'd be happy to. I just can't say how delighted I am to be part of this and to see you giving this money back to the community. It's fantastic. It makes the day job well worthwhile. So congratulations to your full board. Good work.
Thank you. Actually, I think it was Margie's idea to do this.
Oh, Dan, I
Yes.
noticed you have on your lucky suit coat today. Whenever you walk by, people just start stuffing cash in. The lucky suit coat.
First donation. This will go to the foundation. Any other comments or questions before we take a break? Yeah, Jim.
I'd like to point out that some people think that foundations are big donors coming in. That's not really true for the Chisago Lakes Area Foundation. There are well over 100 donors that have donated money to this in an ongoing foundation, and we use income from that. So it's a whole bunch of people in the area that want to do something for the community.
And that's the basis for a community foundation. We don't have a Bill Gates with $50 billion, you know, and he sets up his foundation and gives things back to the community. We just have a series of small givers in the community, and we compile all that money, and then we give some of it back every year. But we hope to be here 100 years from now.
I
You
just
know,
like
giving
to
money
say
back.
too, that we don't spend the money you give us, we endow the money you give us, and then we just give out the interest each year. So really, when you give, it stays here forever. And that's, I think, the charm of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's a little more complicated than the interest, but it's allowed, you know, we have a complicated 16 quarter, you know, all this stuff, but I just tell people it's about 4%, and, you know.
But it's not the money you're giving us, it's what you earn on it that we're giving out.
Yeah, the money we get, we don't get back to you. We put it in an endowment fund, and then a certain percentage of that we get back to you. So that's a tough sell, by the way, when we tell people that. Give me $100 and we'll get part of it back this year.
And we're doing good in perpetuity, right?
Yes. Right.
As treasurer, I just wanna say, this started out with a $5,000 donation I made from the Rotary Club, along with several individuals, both board members writing checks as well, just to get the ball rolling. We started with just a few $1,000s, and we're up to a neighborhood of $260,000, which is a wonderful thing. Most of the other affiliates have had big donors in the communities have given $1 or $2 million or whatever after death, leaving huge legacies, and we'll get that. We'll get to that point. But where we're at right now is still trying to let people know that we're here forever, and your money's going to stay here forever. And the other last plug is it's tax deductible. So
I went to a fundraising symposium, I guess, a week ago Monday down in St. Paul. And one of the thoughts that they brought up, and which I'd never thought about, was most people who leave money to like a foundation a lot of them leave it in their wills or their estates, but they don't tell the foundation that they're leaving it. So the only way we find out is, you know, with a pleasant phone call from a lawyer, which seems like an oxymoron. So that's, you know, hopefully we've got some of those surprises coming up in the future.
Yes,
But
yeah.
not that we want anyone to die or pass away. We would like to, of course, appreciate anybody who puts our foundation in the will or in the estate would be greatly appreciated. Even $10 is appreciated.
Well, and along those lines, we do have people giving $25, whatever. When somebody dies who is very involved with our local community and our schools, we have a school endowment fund is under our umbrella as well. So people write out a $25 check, and you get a few of those, you know, every week or every month, and it all adds up. So, and also it's just it's a real nice legacy for that person. That they would have liked to have left it in the community, and somebody on their behalf has donated it in their name to the foundation, to the school endowment fund, or any of our other funds. So it's a wonderful way to recognize people and let them leave a legacy.
We do have a great webpage, www.clan.
CLAC-Foundation.
CLAC
So,
dash
Sauk Lake
Foundation.
Area Community dash Foundation.
And
CLAC.
Luann Matson does a great job of keeping that up
Yep.
to date. And if you want more details on this, please check the webpage or talk to any of the board of directors members.
Thank you all for coming.
Thanks for coming. Make sure you have some cupcakes